Welcome to the nsfRewind video tutorial series. I'm Corey Davis, and I'm going to show you all about audit documents and restoring field level data. Let's get started. As you can see, I already have a profile document created. This profile document is configured to monitor all documents in the server's view in the Domino directory. The first time nsfRewind runs, whether it is the scheduled document scan or the real-time document scan, a baseline audit of each document is created. One audit document for every field being monitored is generated. A baseline is simply a recording of all of the data in each field of each document being monitored based on the profile document's configuration. Therefore, if your profile document is configured to exclude specific fields, then those fields will not be included in the baseline. Let's take a look at the baseline of our Domino directory server documents. As you can see, we have two server documents that are being monitored and backed up, dev/connexus and mobile/connexus. Now, let's take a look at some of the fields. You see, here are all the fields that are being backed up. Let's take a look at the Agent Manager's max % busy before delay field. You'll notice that there is a new document icon here in this column. This indicates that this is a baseline document for this field. Once inside the document, the first thing you'll notice is this giant light bulb. When the light bulb is illuminated, that indicates that you are looking at the most recent audit document for this particular field. Here, you are provided a doc link to the document that is being monitored. This red flag here indicates that this is a baseline document. Here is the field that this audit document represents. In this case, the field's name is %time. Now, you'll also notice that we have this title here. This title is a much more descriptive name than just the confusing field name %time. %time of what? That could be anything. Well, up here in the title, we have a much more detailed Agent Manager max % busy before delay daytime. This is part of the benefit that field translation documents will provide you. If field translation documents had not been used, this title up here simply would have displayed the field name %time. Here in this highlighted section, we have the field's value at the time the audit document was created. In this case, the value was 50. Down here, we have the location of the field. This field location section is another benefit of using field translation documents, as it describes the location of the field so you can easily find it. If field translation documents were not used, this field location section would be empty. nsfRewind also captures the name of the person to last modify the document and the date and time the document was last modified. Now, let's see what happens if we modify this field. We can quickly do this by clicking the doc link that's provided back to the document that is being monitored by nsfRewind. Now, please note here that I have previously modified the server form in the Domino directory so that it is real-time document scanning enabled. If you need more information on how to real-time enable your databases, please watch our real-time scanning tutorial. Okay, let's go find that field. There we go. Okay, now, we're going to modify this field. Let's give it a value of 70. As soon as I save this change, the modification will be sent directly to the nsfRewind application. We'll close out of the audit document. Now let's refresh the view. Okay, and we'll expand. This process normally takes a couple of minutes before the new audit document is created. We just sped the time up for this tutorial. Now, you'll notice that this new audit document has a light bulb icon. Just like the illuminated light bulb in the audit document itself, this indicates that this represents the field's current value. Let's go ahead and open up this document. Okay, you'll notice that we no longer have a baseline flag because this is not the baseline document. You can see that the current value field reflects the modification that I made to the server document. Here you can see that the previous value is also displayed. This is done so that you can easily compare the current value to the previous value without the need to open the previous audit document. However, you may easily do so by clicking this doc link here. The last thing to make note of is that we now have this modification number. You can see that this is the first modification made to this field since the baseline was taken. What happens if we modify this field one more time? Okay, we'll refresh the view. Again, we sped this process up for the sake of this tutorial. And let's find our max % busy field. There we go. Here's our new value. You can see that our previous document no longer has the light bulb, but that it has now been shifted down to the newer document. We already know what to expect from this newer document if we were to open it up. So instead, let's reopen the previous document so that you can see how it has changed. You'll now notice that the light bulb is turned off. This is because this audit document no longer represents this field's current value. We now have a next value field. Because this is not the current audit document, this represents the value of the change that occurred after this one. You still have the previous value as well, allowing you to easily view up to 3 modifications in the life cycle of this field for easier analysis. Now, let's say we're not happy with this field's current value, and we would like it to go back to 50. Well, we could just go back into the server document and change it manually, or we can rewind the field. Rewinding the field gives us the peace of mind in knowing that we cannot make a typo when setting the field back to its previous value. Therefore, it is much safer to rewind than to manually modify. We'll go back to the previous audit document, and once there, we will verify that this is the value that we want to set this field to. Then, we will click the Rewind Field button. We are asked to verify that this is the value we want. We can see that we're going to modify the mobile/Connexus document, the field is %time, and we're going to rewind the field back to 50. This is what we want, so we'll go ahead and click yes. And now we get confirmation that the rewind is complete. We'll click OK. Now let's go back into the server document and see what happened. As we step through here, we'll find that the change occurred immediately. Something to make note of here. This is what is called a programmatic modification. Programmatic modifications are modifications that occur via Lotus script, formula language, something like that. Programmatic modifications are not currently captured by real-time document scanning. Therefore, this change will be recorded by nsfRewind the next time a scheduled document scan is run. As you can see, audit documents are very simple, yet contain a wealth of information about your notes databases. Everything from who made the modification and when, what the previous value and the next values are, and where the field is located. Rewinding data is much safer than manual modifications and is as simple as clicking a button. That's all there is to audit documents. Thank you for watching.